You might not know it right now, but you have a brand story. Everyone does. So I want you to think about what micro moments in your life led you to go into business for yourself. As a service provider, solopreneur, anyone building a personal brand, there is a reason that got you to say, yeah, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. Yeah, I'm going to go into business for myself. So I want you to think about what drives you to provide the services you offer and help the people that you show up for every single day. There is a reason why you're here. There's a reason why you're doing what you're doing. Define it, because once you're able to define that brand story or put your why into words, it's going to be able to help you show up and market your business in such a more meaningful way. Plus, you'll not only be able to share your story with your audience and be able to connect with them on a deeper level, but you'll also have this like northern guiding light essentially guiding you and helping you determine whether or not that the project that you're considering taking on, or the client you're considering working with, or even the content that you're creating, if it's in alignment with where you want to go and how you want to show up as a brand or a business. For me, my guiding light is my brother. My brother passed away when he was 18. He was severely handicapped growing up, and there is a lot of my brother that is deeply rooted into this business. From the name of the business, I am the last Panay in my family. Since my brother passed away, there's no other guys. To keep the Panay legacy alive, I named the business Panay Marketing. So even after I get married one day, Panay will still be in existence. The other part of it is the way that I have been incorporated with mental health and handicap and physical disabilities, and basically rooting for the underdog my entire life and being surrounded by this. This is what helped me see that, one, I really like working with organizations that are helping others either build themselves up or build others up. That's part one of it. But two, things in my life have always added up that I am the underdog, or people in my life or my family were the underdog. And so small businesses, most of them don't make it past a few years. So rooting for the underdog has become a theme that is just interwoven into everything that I've done for my brand and my business. So I help small business owners try to overcome the obstacle of being the underdog. I want to provide the people that maybe they don't have the marketing experience, they don't know how to get their business out there, they don't know how to show up and get people to try their business, to experience their brand in a way. So I'm here to leverage my marketing knowledge to help them do that so they can overcome this hurdle and they can sustain their business. Now, a lot of people hear this and they go, Marissa, I don't have a dead brother. I don't have this like monumental life moment that kind of was like, yeah, I'm going to go into business for myself. I'm going to help others because blah, 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 blah. You went into business for a reason. That could be as simple as you had an accounting job, right? You got laid off, whether that was because of COVID or just times were tough and you got fired, right? But you've always had this deep passion for cooking. So now you're laid off, you don't have anything to do. While you're applying for jobs, you find a Craigslist ad that's for a food truck, and you're like, you know what? Let me fuck around and find out. Let me try to open my own food truck and sell food on the weekends or whatever it is. And then 10 years later, here you are with like a brick and mortar storefront and you have a catering business and you do all these things. But none of this would have happened if you didn't take that one leap, if you didn't get fired from that accounting job. That is a story worth telling. So the first thing you need to do right now is, and it's going to take a little bit of work, but you need to embrace that authenticity and that vulnerability. It might be a personal story. It may be something that you're like, I don't really know if this is worth sharing with my audience. Like, this feels really personal. For me, personally, it took a long time for me to realize that my brother was the reason for this business. I started this business in May 2020. That was 3 months into lockdown. I had a lot of time on my hands. So I always said I had a lot of time on my hands. I didn't have a 4-hour commute anymore. It took looking back later in life and realizing that every year on his birthday and his death day, that was when my brain was always like, Marissa, you're not happy. What are you doing? You need to do something with your life. Live your fucking life. He didn't get to live. You need to live. Happens every year in May, happens every year in January. It took until maybe year 2 of the business being in actuality for me to realize, oh wow, this actually happened in May. Like, yeah, we were in COVID lockdown, and that's what I thought equated to the reason why I started this business. But the real reason, it was May. And I had my brother in the back of my mind. And then again, when I named this business, I wanted to keep the legacy alive, but it never was like, oh, because my brother's dead. Like, it was just, I knew that I was the last Panay and I knew I wanted to keep the legacy alive. But it comes back to my brother. And so there's moments where you're going to have to get vulnerable and you're going to have to be like, wow, didn't make that connection. Think of the big picture. And even if it is simple as everyone in your family had jobs that they hated and they had the deep desire to just retire so they could live their lives. And you saw that growing up and you were like, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to work a dead end job or work a job that I have to sell my soul for so I can be 65, retire, and hope that my body still works so I can travel the world. Like, if that is what you saw growing up and that is what inspired you to start your own business, to do things a little bit differently, use that. Use that in your story. Tell that story. No matter how insignificant it might feel, that story is what makes you unique, and that is what's going to connect you to your audience. Once you're able to clearly articulate your why and how you got into business and what your business stands for, why you do the things you do, figure out how you want to show up as that person, as that business. Now, saying that my brother was a key factor in defining this business, that doesn't mean that as a business, I'm going to just exclusively talk about my brother. Like, this is a marketing business. This is me helping other small businesses grow their business. So in the back of my mind, yes, I'm working with businesses that I want to see succeed. So for me, a value is working with businesses that I truly believe in and that I know are helping and benefiting other people. I'm not going to go work for a scumbag of a client because that wouldn't align with my values as a human, as a business owner, right? So knowing who you are and what values shaped your business will help you decide who you want to work with, where you want to go, and how you want to show up so you can attract these people that you want to work with and make decisions that you are proud of as a business, because the business as a whole is rooted on this bigger philosophy than just make money, do this, act. Like, making money, yes, we are business owners. That is what we are doing. We are showing up and this is our livelihood, but why are we doing it? Why are we doing this in the first place when we could just go work for any other Joe Schmo down the road and help them make money? Why are we doing it for ourselves? There's a reason why we're doing this. You're going to be able to use that in your messaging, in your content, in the way that you market your business so you can attract the right people. And again, this is a story that is going to be interwoven into everything you do. So maybe you're not telling the story over and over again, but how you are showing up for your clients, how you are delivering messages, how you are serving your clients, this is all part of your brand story. I promise you, you are sitting on a brand story right now that is worthy of being told. If you need help crafting this story or putting the message into words, send me a DM, hit me up on Instagram. Let's talk about it. I'd love to hear how you got into business. I want to hear how we can share that with the world so you can start attracting the right clients, how you can start using your marketing to benefit your business in a more impactful way.